What's up, Cartmasters? Nightside back with another video. In case you missed it, I went over to TwitchCon in San Diego this year and had the chance to try out Monster Hunter Wilds live. Per my polls on both X and on YouTube, I tried to get some footage for both Insect Glaive and Charge Blade. While I don't have enough footage of either to make a proper digest, I can at least show off what I was able to do and give my thoughts on how I feel about each weapon. Let's get to it. For Insect Glaive, right off the bat, one of the biggest quality of life changes that we've gotten is the ability to see what extracts we can grab from the monster by holding R2. While certain extracts are usually tied to specific body parts, it's nice not having to guess if the next monster you hunt has red on the face or if it's on the arms or wings. Being able to charge the Kinsect and shooting it off to gain 2 extracts is also another welcome change. One very big quality of life that I noticed is that certain attacks actually have the Kinsect attack with you simultaneously. One such instance was when I did the strong descending thrust. As you can see from the footage, I gained extracts towards the end of the attack animation, but the question is whether certain conditions need to be met in order for this to happen. For example, do you have to have red extract or all 3 extracts for this to work? Will it work if you have no extracts? I also noticed that you gain extracts from your ground combos while in focus mode, which is actually pretty insane, especially in early game when the Kinsects tend to be much slower. If you're close to the monster and the body part has the extract you want, you might as well just attack in focus mode. Speaking of focus mode, the focus attack does a thrust into a flip followed by a Kinsect shot that pierces and on impact gains 3 extracts. The animation is simple, quick, and sweet. Last but not least, we have the pole spin attack, which actually is your mounted finisher. I don't think I'll ever get tired of looking at this mounted finisher. Overall, it feels like the devs decided to keep the weapon much more grounded. There is some mobility in the ground combos, and certain attacks allow you to shift your position. One thing I found interesting was how the stronger versions of the Insect Glaive attacks don't kick in until you've gotten all 3 extracts, as opposed to just having red. Having red extract will allow you to do the charge circle moves, which is linked to the strong descending thrust and the strong descending slash. Another big thing that I noticed is that if you try the jumping advancing slash, it will no longer pop you up into the air. You can still evade in midair, and if you hold circle and let go, it'll allow you to do the strong descending thrust. One final big thing that I noticed is the new combo finisher called the Rising Spiral Slash. When you have all 3 extracts, you hold circle to do the strong descending slash, which you then follow up into by pressing L2 and circle to transition into the rising spiral slash, which uses up all extracts. It's really flashy, and I'm sure under the right circumstances will do chunks of damage. It also looks like the Kinsect will also gain up to 3 extracts as well. The Charge Blade feels pretty familiar and is similar to its world variant. The majority of combo strings still feel the same, though I wish I was able to mess around with attacks in focus mode a little bit more. There are 4 things that differentiate Wilds from its predecessors. First of all, files can be half consumed now. File axe attacks or even AEDs can consume just half the file. How much this impacts damage when you do SAEDs, I'm not sure, but it's also less time spent reloading as well. Speaking of SAEDs, during my playtest, I was only able to SAED in a couple of ways. From AED into SAED. From AED to the axe follow-up into SAED. And then finally the file axe combo, which leads into AED and then SAED. Supposedly, there's a way to get into SAED instantly, but neither myself nor my friends could figure it out during our playtest time. Next, you can get into Savage Axe by successfully activating a focus attack on a wounded body part. Though my time was short, I'm pretty sure this is where the half files really come into play. The Condensed Sword buff and Savage Axe buffs are also handled separately and can coexist. Your Axe buff also doesn't go away when you're sheathed. Now, I'm not sure if there is any other way to get into Savage Axe, but I wouldn't be surprised if Focus Attack is the only surefire way. I didn't really get to mess around with Savage Axe combos, unfortunately, but Axe mode does get a Fade Slash similar to that of Switch Axe. At this time, we're not sure if the Perfect Guard has any benefit to it compared to guard pointing. For example, how much guard skills might affect this, or if you can actually guard everything with perfect timing regardless of how many guard skills you have. Overall, there wasn't much that I was able to notice. File charging felt more or less the same, while you'll want to do the charge slash to build up files quick. Supposedly, overloading your files is supposed to cause more damage, but I wasn't able to properly test this. I did notice that the turning radius for the AED and SAED is near non-existent, but I have a feeling that you might be able to utilize focus mode in tandem with these attacks to aim much easier. And there you have it. My very humble thoughts and digests of both Insect Glaive and Charge Blade. I really wish I could have had more hands-on time, so I could probably give a breakdown for each, but unfortunately, 5 to 10 minutes on each weapon isn't enough to get meaningful notes on either weapons. That said, both weapons felt great to play. Keywords being familiar, but different. As Monster Hunter Wilds gets demoed off at more conventions, I'm sure more gameplay discoveries will be made across the board. I know that once the demo comes out, all of us will be throwing countless hours of gameplay at it until full release. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video, leave a comment, and smash the subscribe button to get more Monster Hunter and variety content from yours truly. You can also check me live on Twitch, where I stream a variety of games, including Genshin Impact, Apex Legends, and of course, Monster Hunter. That's it for me, Cartmasters. As always, stay safe, get mad, get sad, have fun. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye! Woo! Let's go! Easiest of claps, man. Hello?